Hello subscribers, welcome to the next update on my RPG Fortaeverse. So I've made a lot of progress. I've been working on the combat mode and I have it in pretty good shape right now, so I wanted to give an example of how this is going to work. So I have 6 characters in the party right now and we're going to demonstrate what happens when you attack an enemy and then flip into combat mode. Because my previous videos I showed you real-time combat, and this is going to basically flip it into phased mode. So what I'm going to do to get this started is attack someone that's around this area. So let's just go ahead and have my knight attack a goblin assassin. So there's 6 different characters here. And what I'm going to do is after I attack them, I'm going to flip it over into combat mode. And I'm also going to let some music play because Garrison Panion made some awesome music for me. And this is a sample of the combat music. So you'll get to hear that. And then I may end up turning it down because I don't know how loud it's going to be in the recording. And I want you to be able to hear anything I say over the top of it. But I'll be quiet for a little while so you can hear it. Awesome music, I really dig it. 5 seconds till the next round begins, you can see up here. So round lasts 5 seconds. Alright, so I turned the music down a little bit so hopefully you can hear me over the top of it. So the other thing that's happened is my mom's completed some more awesome artwork. I asked her for some shadowy looking figures that I can reuse for multiple enemy types because my graphics are going to be limited. Okay, so the next round just went through and a bunch of my characters died. Now there's also a checkbox you can click in the bottom corner here, right there, and I'm going to click it to have combat commence. But before I do so, I'm going to set some actions on some of my guys. Okay, so you get 30 seconds, and you know this time's up for grabs, but right now you get 30 seconds to make decisions and to perform all the actions you want. And basically the actions get queued up until you're able to perform them. You can see Bubba can't act, he got knocked unconscious. The other characters are dead. But I have 6 seconds left. I'm going to go ahead and click the button to commence combat. So basically that's a way to speed up the process. And I'm going to have it where you can just repeat the last action as well. And I'll also have it where you can let the computer control it. And I mentioned before I'm going to have it where you can program your characters to do different things. So under actions here, I'm going to have a list of all kinds of default actions you can set up. So you can say, you know, if I'm facing this type of enemy, I want you to do this. If I'm fighting a tough person, do this. You know, you can run, you can fight, cast spells. So you'll be able to fully set automated combat in those manners. So now Daryl's unconscious too. So he can't do anything. You can see his status there. So he's just waiting for the next round. Okay, so Bubba just died. and they're calling for help. So anyway, hopefully this gives you an example of how this is going to work. This button here is the one that entered combat mode. I'm going to go ahead and exit combat mode now. If you exit combat mode, it flips you back to real mode, real-time mode, and that's when the enemies will just go crazy if there's hostile ones around you. I do plan on giving your party members more experience points if they fight in real combat mode, real-time mode, because obviously it's a lot harder. But if you're fighting weaker enemies, you might want to leave it in real-time mode to speed up the process so you don't have to pick and choose. So same concept as how Wizardry 8 did it. And there is a Warlord class. If you have a Warlord class, you'll get more time to decide in the phased combat. Also, other players will be able to join in multiple combat battles. So basically, if you have a couple friends playing with you and they're in the same area, the person that originates the battle will get an option to allow the others to join in the battle if the others request to join the battle. And the reason why they get an option is because that will hog up some of the experience. And so the original person fighting may not want to do that. But if they want the help, then maybe they want to do that. So that's a concept. So I do want to encourage people to be able to work together and help each other. And that'll increase experience. It'll be shared. And stronger party members can potentially help out weaker parties that are friends. And there Daryl finally died. He was a lot harder to kill off because he was a knight, and knights have they start with good armor. So these little goblin thug party was having a hard time taking them out. So hopefully you've enjoyed this. It's just a demonstration of what's to come. And I'm going to keep rolling with the coding, and I'll see you next time.